this is Caroline. I wanted to give you an update on how I'm doing on my journey. I know my last update was January 15th, so I've decided to go ahead and make these update videos every other week. So this week I weighed in at 176.5 pounds. Since my last update, I have lost another 3 pounds. I am extremely happy with the progress that I'm making. So let's go ahead and check in on how I'm doing in the other areas. First, with the water intake. 127 ounces is what I was hoping to drink every day, and that continues to be no problem. Checking into my fitness and logging my meals every day has also been great. I've been doing actually more than 2 workouts per week. As I said in my very first video about this journey, each month I want to add more to it. So on the 1st, I'm going to start a gym membership. I'm going to be at the Total Women's Gym and Spa here in Sunnyvale. I got a great deal on Groupon for $34. This includes childcare. I'm super excited and I definitely want to do some vlogging. Maybe not while I'm in the gym, but my thoughts are when I'm walking through the door and when I'm coming out. I've also been able to record 1 or more YouTube videos per week. The hardest part that I'm running into now is my food prep. Instead of making my food, I decided I was going to go ahead and purchase foods that are pre-made. I had some family here that was out of the country and we were doing a lot of sightseeing, which means we were out of the house a bunch of the times and I wasn't packing a cooler. That did not work out so well. So the food that was prepped, food got wasted. This week I plan to go back to my basics and go ahead and prepare and cook my own food and prepare it for the week ahead. Quiet time was also something that I struggled with the last 2 weeks. 2 nights, in fact, I realized by the time I was going to sleep that I hadn't spent any time with the Lord. I felt horrible about it. I've kind of beat myself up, but I don't think that's the whole purpose of it. God doesn't love me more just because I'm in my Bible every day, and He doesn't love me any less when I've missed it or I've missed the mark. I'm not my best day, and I'm definitely not my worst day. I'm committed to starting over this week, setting aside the time that I need to be filled, to be renewed, to spend time with my God. One of the cool things that I did a couple of weeks ago, this is something I was actually never really interested in doing, but because I had my relatives who were here, this was something on their list of things to do here while visiting San Francisco. While I was on the trip though, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think one of the reasons why I enjoyed it so much, I saw a lot of parallels with the study that we're currently doing at church. We're working through the book of Galatians. And in the first chapter of Galatians, Paul is talking to the church of Galatia and his conversation with Peter regarding justification by faith alone and not by works. I'll show a clip here. Just arriving at Alcatraz right now, and this is the first building we're walking into. You see United States Penitentiary. My tour there at Alcatraz, I really started remembering what it's like when we're trying to live our lives to the standard or the law. It's exhausting. It's so crippling. You're stuck. I'll show very detailed clips of what the cells look like, and it reminded me so much. Even this whole conversation with these check-ins of my time with the Lord. Is it just that? Am I just building this structure of trying to make myself in prison as if I'm earning more by having these quality times? And I'm not trying to say this to negate the fact that it's important to have your time with the Lord. But if you're doing it just because of works, that's not why you're saved. It's by grace and grace alone. I hope this truth settles into your heart, because the way you live can turn into an Alcatraz. Live in the freedom that He has allotted you, the freedom that His blood paid for, the freedom that you are entitled to as a child of God. Something interesting that I never knew about Alcatraz is
freedom, welcome, home of the free Indian land.
November 20, 1969, 89 American Indians boarded their boats from Sausalito to travel to Alcatraz. Upon landing, they declared the former prison Indian land by the right of discovery and demanded that the U.S. government give them funding to turn it into a Native American cultural center and university. When their terms were ignored, more than 19 months occupying the island, federal officials removed the last protesters from the island. I hope you enjoyed these clips from my time at Alcatraz.
All right, next question. True or false? Robert the Birdman Stroud had birds here while he was on Alcatraz Island. Raise your hand if you think that statement is true. All right, so if you answer true, you're actually incorrect. Robert the Birdman Stroud did not have birds here on Alcatraz Island.
Get their little uniforms in, I guess. Let's see.
Can I get my laundry, please?
I guess they walked in, took their showers, and got their new uniforms. Sorry, so we're getting our audio tour.
When you go up, you're gonna see a sign that says tour start here. When you get there, you press the green one.
Okay.
Red is pause, volume up here, and please do not use numbers or fast forward.
Okay.
They do not.
Oh, tour starts upstairs. So we're going up. Just trying to get to see. Go to the back. Pretty steep. Just Mexican workout. I don't know what that is. Look at the pots burning. Okay. Ooh. Oh wow. Start now. Birdman stayed in D block.